In a jaw-dropping expose, Floyd Shivambu has pulled back the curtain on internal turmoil within the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, MKP, claiming that former President Jacob Zuma believed Shivambu was out to dethrone him as MKP president. What seemed like internal party drama has exploded into a national headline, with implications for leadership, loyalty, trust and power. Shivambu, who served as MKP's Secretary-General until his dramatic ouster in June 2025, revealed in a recent interview that the narrative behind his removal was fueled not by genuine misconduct, but by fear and suspicion. According to him, the official reason given by Zuma and party insiders was that Shivambu had plotted to remove President Zuma from MKP leadership. That phrase, he says, came straight from Zuma's own lips. President Zuma said the reason for my removal was he believed I wanted to remove him as president of the MKP. Those were the words he used, Shivambu said. In Shivambu's view, the accusations were built on a fake intelligence report, a concoction designed to smear and sideline him. He claimed that the report alleged everything from plotting internal takeover to accumulating supernatural powers, devising plots to make people disappear, and raising funds for leadership change. He labeled the dossier extremely bizarre and fabricated. He's pushing back hard on the official version that his ill-advised Malawi trip to visit fugitive pastor Shepherd Bushiri was the reason for his removal. He contends that Zuma had initially approved that Malawi trip, and that later backtracking and influence by others triggered the fallout. Shivambu also claimed that Zuma and his circle grew wary of his legitimacy among MKP members. He said he had won grassroots support through his organizational work, structuring party branches, building credibility, maintaining integrity, often at personal financial cost, and demonstrating leadership. That, he believes, threatened the status quo. He argued that some in MKP thought they were doing him a favor by making him Secretary-General, but he insists it was the other way around. These revelations come at a delicate moment in South African politics. MKP, under Zuma's emblem and political persona, has already been entangled in legal, electoral and legitimacy disputes. Questions about Zuma's eligibility, his role in MKP, and internal cohesion have been front and center ever since MKP's registration and Zuma's exit from the ANC. For observers, the Shivambu claims raise significant questions. Was his removal a purge masked as procedural realignment? Did Zuma's inner circle feel threatened by an emerging rival? Were the accusations of plotting and toppling simply tools of political survival? If Shivambu is telling the truth, it wasn't policy or governance failures that got him removed, it was perceived threat, jealousy, and internal power play. The public fallout is already in motion. Supporters of Shivambu have expressed shock, anger, and suspicion. Some see in him a new leadership alternative, someone willing to challenge orthodoxy and expose backroom dealings. Others warn that his narrative might inflame factional divisions, weaken MKP's unity, and distract from policy or ideological focus. What's next? Expect a tug-of-war over messaging, narratives and legitimacy. MKP's leadership may issue counter-narratives, internal investigations, or call for disciplinary action. Shivambu, meanwhile, might position himself as a martyr or reformer. He's already floated plans to consult broadly and possibly launch a new political path beyond MKP. For my viewers, this story is about more than party politics. It's about trust, betrayal, ambition, and how power is protected. Was Shivambu too bold for the internal structures of MKP? Was Zuma too paranoid or insecure given his own fraught history? The answers have implications for how we understand political loyalty, internal democracy in parties, and the limits of dissent. I'll be right here, tracking every statement, every counter-narrative, every internal memo and reaction. When Shivambu or MKP releases documents, responses, or leaks, I'll bring them to you first. You want the insider's angle, honest assessments, and emotional reveals, and I'll deliver. So hit subscribe now and don't miss the next episode in this high-stakes political drama.